Hey guys, iAanG here with another Godforge video. I want to bring you a tier list of all the legendaries. Just a heads up, this tier list is considering all the gameplay from Alpha Wave 2, so this may change in the future. I don't think for the Alpha Wave 3 it will change that much, but for the actual release of the game, maybe this changes a lot. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing it. Don't forget to leave a like, and without further ado, let's go to the video. Okay, so here we go. We have a tier list. How am I gonna do this? Okay, so for the S tiers, I think we're only putting there the heroes that really shine everywhere. Okay, so S tier needs to be like the best on something, or the best boss killer, the best wave killer, or someone that is one of the best in everything. So there's a couple of heroes that I know it's going in there. For the A tier, I think we can lower the parameters a little bit. For the B tiers as well, I think A tier is like someone that does very good, but maybe you can substitute for a better hero later on, or maybe it's a very good hero in one case but not that great on another case. Maybe the use of this hero, the function of the hero, is not really necessary, especially considering the alpha gameplay. As I said before, I don't really know what the game will be when it's released, but for the alpha gameplay, I think we can have a pretty good feeling for the heroes. Okay, so let's start with let's go right like this. Let's go alphabetical. So Anubis is quite a good damage dealer. I think as I said before in other videos, I think heroes that will really shine in this game will be the ones with really incredible ultimates, or the ones with really incredible A1s, because you will be hitting for A1 a lot in this game, and ultimates don't take your turn, so both of those things can happen a lot while you're in the battle. So Anubis has an okay ultimate, not that great. His damage is okay. He has one of the best balanced stats in the game, one of the best HP. He has good attack, okay defense, okay speed, not that great initiative actually, and not that great accuracy, which is a little bit strange because he puts corrupt and initiative down, which are two okay debuffs but not the greatest. He also puts despair on all enemies if he kills an enemy with his A1, his basic abilities. I think he's okay. I think he doesn't really shine. He's okay against bosses. His damage is okay. I think he's an okay hero. I will put him in B tier. I didn't actually use him a lot. I used him a little bit in my account. If you disagree, please leave a comment below saying what you think about Anubis, if you have used him a lot. And right off the bat, we get one of the best heroes in the game, Aphroditis. Aphroditis is crazy. She's opening the S tier for sure. She is one of the fastest heroes in the game. Her other stats are pretty bad, other than initiative, which is really good as well. She has 102 speed and 100 initiative on the base, which is very good. Her attack is horrible, defense is okay, HP is quite low, resistance and accuracy is quite bad as well, but she is amazing. Her core ability puts speed up and initiative up which are two very good buffs. Makes you really fast in either in your abilities or in your ultimates. It's a single target, but with her ultimate, she extends the duration of the speed up and initiative up on all allies. So you can quite easily against any boss stack this on all your heroes. And the crazy thing comes as when she attacks with her A1, she does ally attack. Everyone that has a speed up and initiative up will join the attack and attack together with her. So she's like a machine gun. You can make a crazy ally attack build with her. If you build her very fast and with high initiative, you can stack the initiative up and the speed up on all your heroes. You make everyone attack with her every single turn. It's just crazy, because when you get initiative up and speed up on everyone, you don't have to use her A2 anymore. So every time she takes a turn, it's another ally attack, and it's crazy. Also, her passive is very good. The other parts of her ultimate is very good. She is part of the best teams in the game right now to face Fafnir and to do good damage. So I think it's impossible to not put her on S tier. Next up, we have Dracula, and Dracula is actually a pretty cool hero. He looks very cool, his animation is very cool, so I really enjoy him. I played him in Alpha Wave 1 and Alpha Wave 2 quite a bit. His stats are all mid. I mean, mid attack, mid defense, quite bad speed and initiative. Okay resistance, okay accuracy, and a good speed, but most of his stats are mid to bad stats. But still, he shines a lot because he hits quite hard. His A1 hits has a good multiplier, has placing stacks of bleed, and bleed is very cool against bosses. He also heals a lot. He heals when he hits someone with bleed. Places reflect and mend on all allies. He does something that is very odd. You don't find this a lot. He converts all debuffs on all allies into bleed stacks. So he is effectively a cleanse on all your team. Like every single debuff just turns into bleed stacks. If you have a good shield or maybe a good healing ability, especially with the mend stuff that he puts on all allies, he effectively turns into a cleanser as well, which is very good. His ultimate is very good, but he shines, in my opinion, on his passive, that he is quite immortal, and this is very cool. So he's kind of a nuker that helps the team, helps the allies, and I will put him in A tier. I think against bosses, he does a ton of damage, and against waves, he is okay, but you can use him as kinda support that is immortal and hits with a good multiplier. Still, he hits with HP and attack, so the mixed build in this game, especially for Alpha, it's very good, because maybe you get a substat of HP and a substat of attack, or maybe you are putting an attack chest and it has an HP substat, and you will hit even harder because you have both things on your gear. Next up, we have Heimdall. So Heimdall, yeah, I will put him on the tier list first, and then I will talk about him. In my opinion, Heimdall is just the best hero in the game, okay? especially when you awaken him for 5 awakening. He has the highest defense in the entire game. He has good speed, good initiative, amazing HP, the best resistance in the game, not good accuracy, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't land any debuffs. He has okay speed and okay initiative. They are like higher than average, but not amazing. Other than very, very, very good stats, as I said, the best defense and the best resistance in the game, he also has one of the best ultimates in the game. His shield is uber massive. He also puts protect you and defense up on all allies, and protect, if you don't know, it's like an ally protection from raid. Defense up, you put the defense up, so it's a combo because he puts the defense up and he puts a shield based on his defense, so it's quite a complete hero. Also, he hits very freaking hard on his HU. He also places retaliate and intercept on all allies, and he attacks all enemies with a very good multiplier on his A1. He also attacks with a very good multiplier. Transfer random debuffs from this hero to the target, and also his passive is crazy because any ally that has any buffs just has a 30% chance to reflect any debuff received back to the enemy. This is just insane. I mean, look, just this passive is crazy, okay? His imprint is not that great. I mean, 15% to reflect is not that good. I think there are better imprints out there, but it's not that shabby. And in my opinion, Heimdall, when you upgrade him to 5 awakening, he has a passive that casts his ult every time you enter a wave. So for bosses, of course, this is not that great, but against any wave, this is just broken because you just enter the wave with a freaking massive shield. Your team is almost immortal with this shield and you don't have to do anything. So Heimdall is definitely the best hero in the game, in my opinion, and I would love for someone to disagree in the comments. I would love to, because I really want to see the points that someone has to make to argue that Heimdall is not the best. Okay, let's talk about a really controversial hero, Hel. Hel was one of the worst legendaries on Alpha Wave 2, and now she received a massive buff, especially in 2 ways. Her passive got way better and her multipliers got way better. So now her multipliers are like 300% attack, 250% attack, and for A1 it's 300% attack. She has a really good chance to place Curse, which is a cool debuff, not the best in the world, but is a cool debuff. And on her ultimate, she has a chance to, 100% chance to place Confuse, which is one of the best controls in the game. The thing is, she also revives all enemies with 100% HP and then places Confuse. You can use her ult even if the enemies are not dead, okay? So don't be mistaken. If you like keep your divinity so you can ult first thing in next wave, she is broken because the enemies will be attacking themselves for 2 turns. This is just crazy good, and her multipliers are very, very cool. The other thing is she will get 100% more attack from her passive if you manage to revive 10 enemies or allies in battle. So maybe you can put her with a giant amount of attack, and this is very, very cool. I mean, she does damage. Guys, I tested her, I played with her a bit. She does a really crazy good damage. I don't think she's that great against Fafnir. I think the thing that makes you revive enemies is quite bad, but the other parts of this ability makes this one of the best ultimates in the game, especially if we are talking waves. Unfortunately, against Fafnir, you would have to be reviving an ally, and this is very odd. So against bosses, she's not that great, but for waves, she's amazing. She's an amazing damage dealer. I will put her very high up on B tier because I think she's very cool. She hits very hard, but she falls flat when we are talking Fafnir and when we are talking most of the bosses. Also, her abilities, although they are very good, they are quite clunky. So yeah, high B tier is where she lands. Okay, let's talk about Hercules. Hercules is like, all his stats are quite flat. He's not even close to being the best on any stat, but all his stats are way above average. I mean, the best defense in the game is 1600 defense, and Hercules has 1300. So very good defense, but not even close to the best. So as for speed, 94 is very cool, initiative 96 is very cool, accuracy 44 is very cool, so on. Okay, he's one of the only heroes, I think maybe it's the only hero in the game, maybe, I don't know, maybe, that does AoE A1, and this is insane. Also, his multipliers are very good. He has very good HP. It's a nuker that is very easy to make him survive. He also has a passive that he doesn't die. He revives with 100% max HP. He places Immortal and Barrier on himself. So I think Hercules is one of the best heroes in this game, and he is going to S tier for sure. I think he's one of the only heroes, maybe, I think I know one of these heroes that are going on S tier that is also a nuker, but Hercules for sure earns his spot in S tier. Let's talk about Horus. Horus is a very cool defender. He has some debuffs, some good buffs. His ultimate places a shield that it is almost as big as Heimdall. It's the same multiplier, but Horus doesn't have the same defense as Heimdall. Horus has more HP, like one of the best HP stats in the game, has almost the same defense as Hercules, for example. So it's not that big, and also Horus's ultimate doesn't place increased defense, so he will probably have a very lower shield, not as great as Heimdall's. Also, he has a pair with Isis. So if Isis is on the same team, he does some extra stuff, like the shield cannot be removed and it's 50% stronger. So maybe with this, he places a shield that is bigger than Heimdall. I don't know. I didn't test this actually. But looking at his abilities, he is a pretty good defender. Has taunt, speed down, blunt, and other stuff that makes him quite good. I would say I would put him in low A tier because defenders in this game are very good. They protect your team a lot, and 100% Horus will be awesome at protecting your team from the early game to the late game. Up next, we have Isis, and I just love her. Isis is really fun. She's really good. one of the best defenders in the game, although she's not a defender, she's an invoker. But I think her invoke role comes better if you can awaken her for one at least, then she places mend on every one of your heroes when she attacks with her A1. But she's one of the only active revivers in the game. So we have a couple of other legendaries that revive, but they revive on passives and other stuff. And she has an ultimate that just revives everyone. And this is very unique. I would put her on S tier, but I think she is high A tier and not S tier for a couple of reasons. Although she places defense up and she steals buff and she revives, when you're facing bosses, when you are way high up in the game, you will probably not need her. If you have a very good defender that can protect your team, most of the time she's there just to watch the battle. And this happened to me a lot. I used my Isis when I got her on Alpha Wave 1 and when I got her on Alpha Wave 2. I upgraded her all the way to level 60, and for the final waves and final bosses and most of the farm, I actually didn't use her because my heroes were strong enough that I didn't need the reviver. But she's so good for the early to mid game, and she will be actually very good for the late game as well. But I think for the end game, she will probably fall flat. And again, I have to say that I'm talking especially about Alpha, because if we had, let's say, an arena, she would probably rule with this revive ability. Up next, we have Loki, and Loki is one of the fastest heroes in the game with 100 speed and 100 initiative. Other than that, and accuracy in him is very good, it's 52, but other than that, the other stats are very bad. Loki is a very good controller. The taunt that he does on his A1 is very good. He does confuse on his ultimate and other stuff that makes him fast, rotate his abilities, and just control your team. Controlling is amazing. It's very, 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 very good for climbing waves. I think there is a breach in his role in your team, because the way he controls the enemies with his A1 is from taunt, and when you taunt your enemies, they attack you, and Loki is actually very squishy, so it's very likely that he will die before you can like kill your enemies or do things like this. So for this, I think Loki, I don't want to put him in C tier. I think no legendary is C tier, but he's probably one of the worst heroes in my opinion, okay? Maybe someone disagrees, comment below if you do, but I think he's one of the worst. After Loki, we have Odin, and Odin, in my opinion, is a way better controller. I mean, Confuse is crazy good. Odin has a problem that his confuse is only 30%, but it's 30% each hit, and he hits for he hits 3 times on every enemy. He doesn't hit very hard other than his ultimate. His ultimate hits quite good, although he has his attack is quite low, so I wouldn't build him for damage, and this is quite bad, but he's mostly an controller, okay? His ultimate is not that great, so Odin, I would put him on B tier as well. I know I'm putting the controllers down here, and I would not want that to happen, but I think the controllers, the legendary controllers, most of them are pretty bad. I mean, Odin has a very cool A2, a bad ultimate in my opinion, and a bad A1 in my opinion. So only the A2 is very good. And as I said before, for me, the really good champions are the ones with really good ultimates or really good A1s. So that's why he's in B tier. Let's talk about the tanky, the man, the big god, Pangu. Pangu, first of all, I love the concept of Pangu here. I knew Pangu before because I work with Oriental Chinese culture, so seeing Pangu in a game is very, very cool. Everything on him is thematic and very accurate, so this is very cool as well. He is a very weird hero here because he has this mechanic where you can either have more initiative or more speed, and depending on what you have more, he does something different. And he places accuracy up, and especially when you awaken him, he places a ton of debuffs, and he also hits very, very, very hard. It's very weird because his A2 hits with HP, attack, and initiative, and his ultimate hits with HP, attack, and speed. So it's very good to have a good balance and to know what is higher than the other, so you can control what your Pangu is doing. But still, he is a very, very cool hero. I mean, he hits like a truck and also places a ton of debuffs. Defense down, initiative down, drain, speed down, and other debuffs when you awaken him. So I will put him on A1 or on tier A. I will probably put him higher than Dracula because he is way better than Dracula against waves, like way better. He has the highest HP on the entire game, and also he is very, very good against bosses because of the amount of debuffs he brings. So I really like Pangu, and I think he has a place on A tier, maybe even higher than Isis. I will not put him higher than Isis because Isis is too unique to be surpassed by anyone. I think she's the queen of tier A. But yeah, Pangu is very good. Quetzalcoatl. Yeah, this weird snake is very nice. I really enjoyed it. On Alpha Wave 1, I tried to avoid her like the plague because when I looked at her, I was like, ugh, this hero might suck. But no, actually, she was my first legendary on this alpha, and she's quite cool because her ultimate is quite cool. I mean, attack up, sharpen, and accuracy up are all three very good buffs. On the A2, she does speed up as well. That's very cool. And turn meter boost. I would love for her A2 to get a little bit something more, but it's okay. And the A1 has a heal ability, which heals all allies for that 10% of their max HP. And this is very cool. It's a very constant heal. You don't find that many constant heals in this game. So this is very, very cool. I would build her with the highest speed as you can, so she can use her A2 and then hit with her A1 a lot, so heals your team a lot. And she also has a passive that is very cool as well. When she dies, she revives a couple of your heroes. The description of the ability says all allies, but I think it's bugged and she's only reviving 2 allies. She can revive herself. And one of the broken things is that if you awaken her to 5, she can revive your allies forever. I mean, yeah, she's very cool. I would put her like here, low A tier. She doesn't do any damage. She doesn't protect your team, actually. She does not debuff your enemies, so she's a very cool buffer, speed up, turn meter booster, and also healer. So I think low A tier is where she belongs. Ra was my first legendary on Alpha Wave 1, and he hits like a truck. Honestly, one of the hardest hitting heroes in this game for sure. He's amazing against waves, but I think he kind of falls flat against bosses, especially against Fafnir, because Fafnir has a lot of mechanics that benefits when he gets blazed, and Ra puts blaze on all his abilities. This contradicts your any strategy actually against Fafnir. So Ra hits very hard. I will put him in B tier, in front of Hell, because he's a damage dealer. One of the things that made me put Ra in B tier is because he is so squishy. I mean, he has 16k HP on max level, and that's so bad. I mean, it's very hard to keep him alive. He kills very good, he kills very fast, he deals a lot of damage if you can keep him alive. Okay, so B tier for sure. Let's talk about Shamash. Shamash is one of the most bugged hero in this game. Barrier actually is stacking infinitely. I don't know if this is intended for the actual release of the game, but this is the way it is working right now. But Shamash definitely belongs in S tier, because Shamash is the best hero to boost your team in terms of divinity. The amount of divinity your heroes get when Shamash uses his ability is insane. I've seen in my teams, when I hit with his core ability, my divinity meter goes from 0 to like 90% on some heroes. Maybe this is a bug, I don't know, but this is how it is working right now. Also, his ultimate is very cool. His A1 is very cool because he attacks an enemy, and the ally with the lowest divinity joins. His A2, it's ally attack as well, and whenever someone joins him in attacks, they boost the divinity meter. So Shamash definitely S tier, definitely a very specialized hero. I think for like waves, for wave clearing, to climb the stages, maybe he's not that great, but he's so unique, and he like shines. His ability is like so good that I cannot put him out of S tier. Okay, Sphinx. Sphinx is a very cool hero. She does a lot of things. She vanishes the whole team, which is very good, very cool. Also placing a lot of debuffs, accuracy down, blunt, attack down, and other stuff. Also reflects debuffs and disables, which is very cool. She's a good defender. I don't think she shines anywhere, but she is definitely very good. I would put her like a B tier, maybe right below Hell. I think she's okay. She's quite good on making your team survive, but not the best, because even if you're vanished, you still have the chance to get hit by AoE, and although she destroys HP and divinity costs and stuff, I don't think in Alpha we have any real use to all this. So I think she's not the worst, but not the best. Why Dragoth has the best attack in the game, the highest attack in the game, also placing Blaze and Aether Burn and other stuff. He is like very close to Ra in terms of everything. He is definitely a good damage dealer. definitely very, very squishy, and he places Blaze, so he is almost useless against Fafnir and other stuff. So I will not keep you here for long. So I think he's better than Ra because he hits harder. He also has his own attack up. He has Aether Burn, which is quite a rare debuff, and other stuff like placing a shield on allies after he ults and other things like this. But he is just a damage dealer, a squishy damage dealer, and that is also bad against Fafnir. And for the last hero, let's talk about Zeus. And Zeus is insane. I mean, it's not possible to put Zeus anywhere else other than S tier, especially if you play on manual. And I will reorganize the S tier here. I think she goes a little bit down. I think maybe I would do it like this. I think I would do it like this. Maybe like this. Okay, so maybe like this. The thing about Zeus is that his A1 grants an insane amount of extra turns. I mean, I cleared some stages that my Zeus just like kept hitting with A1 on manual, of course, and my other heroes were just watching because Zeus were like killing everyone. When he kills, he has 75% to get an extra turn. When he doesn't kill, he has 25% chance to get an extra turn. And his ultimate is an ally attack, which is very cool. He also increases his own attack and crit damage by 10%. So he hits uber hard. His multipliers are insane. I mean, most of the multipliers in this game, the best ones are like 45. It's like 450% attack or something like this. Like Ra and Goch, 450 almost. And Zeus has an A2, which is 500% attack, which is crazy. And then he attacks all the other enemies for 300 attack. And for his A1, he has double hit, 200 attack each. So this is just insane. He hits uber hard. For his ultimate, he hits for 600% attack and also gets every other hero in your team to attack with him. I mean, he's just broken good. So guys, this is my tier list. I'm sorry that the video was very long. As I said in my other videos, my English is a bit rusty, so I'm getting accustomed to speak English again. So I'm sorry if I talk a little bit slow sometimes, but I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. I will keep posting other Godforge related videos here between the alphas, on the alphas, and after the alphas. I will be posting here most or a lot, as often as I can, let's put it that way. Okay, so leave a like, leave a comment below, just say what is your favorite hero. Right now my favorite hero is Zeus. Zeus is just insane. I loved Pangu when I played on Alpha Wave 1. On Alpha Wave 2 I got him like too late, so I didn't use him a lot. And yeah, also if you can, leave it in the comments what other content would you like to see here in the channel. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.